All right, into custom packs, and this feels like a little bit of a throwback. We're going for a 50-50 shop. Now, towards the end of the life cycle of the old puppy pack, I feel like I was doing this all the time, just constantly going for a 50-50 shop, trying to get some of the otherwise impossible fives in that pack. And yeah, I haven't really been doing it at all since the update. You Chicken has been completely changed, so it now works on feint. I'm sure at this point everyone has seen that. But it does mean that there are some new combos you can try, and you can see here on turn 5 I've got the whale. And that was my intention, was to get whale, get chicken as early as possible, and then start doubling the chicken's effect by having the whale swallow it. So we're going to go for the whale level up as quickly as possible. I think actually, as per usual, whenever I'm doing these types of custom pack runs, I usually don't spend enough time working on the pack beforehand, and it's just kind of trial and error. And I think, maybe we'll see later on, but I think I initially forgot to put mushroom in the pack. And so this is probably a lot harder than it actually needed to be. So I'm going to go for the level up on the fish. Thankfully it does hit the whale. We do get the chicken. So I'm going to pill the ant. And then bring the chicken in. And then we're also going to level the fish to make sure the whale gets even more buffs. And of these, I guess we'll take puppy because we can go for weakness. And the scaling I feel from the chicken is just, it's so slow. And I mean, that's saying something in custom packs when you're, able to set things up so you've got like your best possible chance of actually getting it going. And yeah, we do get a level up on the whale here. So now we are going to be getting plus 3/3 to the shot per turn, assuming the whale doesn't solo the opposing team, which was a little bit of a problem sometimes. And if I'm stacking buffs onto the whale, then there's more and more chance of it killing off the opposing team and then the chicken never coming out of it. So thankfully this person has cheese in second position though, so they instant kill the whale, and we do get the double trigger from the chicken. It feels a little bit strange to have a level 3 fish on turn 9, but I guess it was just the way this game worked out. As per usual, I was trying to do all this without using clownfish, jellyfish and so on. And we are going to take lynx though, because lynx is just, it's going to give us some kind of chance of surviving long enough that we can actually buy the full team of 50-50 pets. So here I take the lemon on the whale, and we're just going to freeze the other stuff for next turn. Again, I'm freezing leopard because I'm slightly worried about losing. However, with the change to chicken, it no longer buffs pets that are frozen. So if I freeze leopard for next turn, we're not going to get the plus 3/3 on it, and you can see it's still 15-9 in the shop. I'm not entirely sure why they made that change. I think maybe it was to do with the fact that chicken's ability was on the test server was originally buffing stuff of the same tier when you bought it. So if I bought a leopard, it would give plus 1/1 to tier 6s, which was very, very strong. However, yeah, in the end, that change has still made it to the test server despite chicken ending up with a slightly different ability. And there I decided that the leopard isn't really worth it for only 15 attack. It's not going to be doing enough damage. Lynx maybe is better overall. Another team that looks like they're going for some sort of shop scaling there. They've also got the tamarin and the monkey. And tamarin probably was one of the ways that you were going for 50-50 shops previously. You were scaling up the tamarin and then looking for stuff like alpaca and chicken on turn 9, and then selling the tamarin into the chicken so that it had good enough stats. This is kind of strange. This person's got parrot at the front. Not entirely sure what's going on there. But yeah, these days you don't want the chicken to have big stats at all. You want it to be fainting as regularly as possible. And so, yeah, that doesn't really make any sense. And of course, now you can get chicken on turn 7 more easily. You could do that before if you pilled eagle, but I mean, it wasn't necessarily the easiest option. I think most people were pilling eagle, fishing for alpaca, and then getting the chicken afterwards. Because in the old version, you really didn't want to start aggressively buy selling tier 1s until you had the level 2 chicken. This is kind of a fun team where they've got the Egyptian vulture plus hoopoe bird. And but I think we're going to be all right with... yeah, the chicken is going to pop out and kill the jellyfish. And yeah, now you can see we're basically kind of at the halfway point on the shop. The 24-23 on the ferret, which would normally have 1 stat for its health. And I think at this point, yeah, I start freezing anglerfish because I'm very optimistically thinking about the possibility of getting 5 sloths in customs. And yeah, we now we can upgrade the whale. There were definitely some runs where I misplayed quite badly with the whale, where I would like race to getting a level 3 whale as soon as possible. But the problem with that is it means when you're getting closer to the 50-50 shop, if you've already got the level 3 whale, you can't buy a whale from the shop to upgrade your existing whale. So definitely some things to get used to with the changes. And we are going to lose here to the octopus, unfortunately. Down to 1 heart, but I feel like even in the old version it was fairly common to just go down to 1 heart when you're going for the 50-50 shop, and then once you get the shop scaling up to a certain point, you're able to just instantly buy a whole load of pets at high stat levels, and that's going to carry you a bit further. So another freeze on the anglerfish, but we will take cobra. Given that it has such good base stats, it's always a good option to take when you're going for the 50-50 shop. Another anglerfish, another whale. I'm not sure if at this point it's actually worth going for the upgrade on the whale, but I get, when you've got so much of your shop frozen, it's best just to take something that you can actually use. And here's a team going for axolotl plus ox. I've seen a lot of people doing that recently. But I think we're going to be fine. We've got the pepper on the cobra, so once the ox's melon is broken, we're going to one-shot it. Tiger axolotl, though, you've got to hold your hands up and say, good for you. But we do, thankfully, also get the scaling from the chicken. And the pteranodon, of course, is also able to double it now since it's a faint pet. And like I mentioned at the beginning, this is the point where you would be putting mushroom, or 4 turns ago is when you would have been looking for mushroom to put on the chicken. But yeah, I made a bit of a mistake there and didn't put it in the pack. There are other options you can go with. You could, instead of going whale, you could be trying to use parrot. And then, you can have tiger at the end to double it. And you can still have pteranodon as well. So there are a few different options for going for a 50-50 shop, whereas in the old version, it was basically the chicken way or the lioness way, and maybe a mixture of the two, but that was about it. Very few people were ever going for a 50-50 shop with cat can in customs. So I've kept 1 angler frozen here. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess just for sloth. But I wasn't really sure what I wanted to go for once I got the 50-50 shop. And I think I had some particular pets in the pack that I've never had 5s done, that I thought I might as well put them in there, just in case. But we're going to level the whale here. And yeah, you can see I'm a little bit tentative because I'm not sure if I should be spending gold on trying to win. I should be looking for stuff to actually put into the final build. And am I going to sell pteranodon here? I guess the chicken is going to give plus 5/5 assuming the whale faints. So we're going to hit the 50-50 shop, I think. Yeah, the jerboa normally has 1 attack. So we don't need any more triggers on the chicken. In fact, actually, we've got the pteranodon as well, so we're going to easily go past that. And then we get matched with this kind of meta team with the level 2 lionfish. I feel like they would probably be a lot better here putting the tiger behind the lionfish. I'm not sure if it would have made any difference. Actually, probably would have. So we got away with 1 there. And now we have the 50-50 shop. So the anglerfishes are now pretty pointless. I mean, I guess I could go for 5 cobras, but that one I've done already. So we're just going to sell everything. We've also got oyster. We'll see what we get here. T-Rex, no. I think I'm just going to buy sell it, yeah. I guess this was me fishing for the cobras. We don't get it. It only cost 1 gold to check though. And then we'll buy the oyster and then just start looking for stuff to fill up the team. So tamarin. I can't remember if someone has done that in customs or not yet. Towards the end of the last patch, Flame was grinding quite a lot of the otherwise very tough 5s in customs. And I think, yeah, so here I've got emu as well. That was another one. And I'm going to put ferritin. I'm just basically buying anything that you would never see at 50-50 on turn 17. And then I think, yeah, this roll we get double tamarin and emu plus the oyster. So now I can kind of hedge my bets in case we end up drawing. I'm going to have no equipment. So it's not out with the realms of possibility that I could draw here. And I think I'm going to sell ferret and then bring in the other emu, and we've got this sort of nice symmetrical squad, and then I actually roll another emu. So next turn, if we draw, we've got a chance of both 5 tamarins and 5 emus, although it would be pretty slim. And this is kind of funny because on this battle I get matched with a level 3 zombie fly with 1-up. So someone going for the muskox cheese to try and get the achievement, or maybe they were just messing around. I guess, you know, you can end up pilling stuff and getting zombie flies by accident. But in the end, very comfortable win for my first 50-50 shop of the new era.